Wanna be my chamachalo. Oh, oh.
Wanna be my chamakchalo. Oh, oh.
Wanna be my chamachalo.
My husband has started to listen to Indian songs while he's working in the office.
Yes.
Very productive. You must be doing your software engineering stuff on Wanna Be My Chamakchalo. Okay, that was a surprise. Assalamu alaikum everyone.
Merhaba.
Khushamdeed.
Hoş geldiniz.
Welcome to our YouTube channel, Miyaan
Biwi
Aur TV. Guys, welcome back. Today we will be reviewing 3 dramas. Another episode with 3 dramas. We have Parwarish. We have our all-time favorite Dayan.
Dayan, yeah, our favorite.
No sarcasm at all. No sarcasm detected.
Yes.
And the new show, the second episode of the new show of Faysal Qureshi, Raaja Rani.
Yeah.
Raaja Rani. So guys, that's for today. And actually on Sunday, we will be doing even two new dramas since Karzajan has ended and another Faysal Qureshi drama has started on Green Entertainment. So we will be reviewing that on Sunday. The next review will be about the new dramas with Dastak. And yes, if there are any that we might have missed or we might miss, please let us know so we can include it into our reviews. So let's not waste any time and let's go dive into Parwarish. I will say from the get-go, I think I've repeated this before also, that I am really enjoying Parwarish.
Yeah, me too.
You're right. It's like a family drama, but very realistic.
Yeah.
Right? It's not exact. Like most Pakistani dramas are family dramas.
Yeah.
It's.
But this is more, I also feel like it's closer to our family, like culture.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, you feel the warm, the warmness, like, is it the, I don't know, it's correct word? Warmth.
Yeah.
Like.
Comfort watch,
yeah.
True, it's a comfort watch because even though there are a lot of conflicts in this shows and some things are very frustrating and we will come on to that. For example, Maya's father is one frustrating character. But my thing with this show is, I think the reason why we are finding it to be our comfort watch is because of the relevancy of the topics in the show. It's it's about youth, which is not a topic you can much find often on Pakistani television, and it's not the triangle love story, even though I think there will be
not typical. It can be still, it might be, but like it started very nicely.
Yes, and also the acting is and the dialogues, I think credit goes to the writer. The writer is Kiran Siddiqui for her the dialogues, or whoever wrote the screenplay, because the dialogues are very realistic. And for example, in other shows sometimes the dialogues like tumne ye kaise himmat ki, like I'm just saying that in Urdu they sound more everyday language, So so that was our just liking the show a lot. So we will be reviewing today episode number 5 and 6 in Parwarish. We will combine the review for both the episodes because the issue is going throughout, like in both of the episodes. Let's start with the children.
Okay.
So what is happening with the kids is that Anya, the girl, Wali's sister who came from America, she is being bullied, poor girl, in the school. And what happens to her?
Those 2 naughty girls, mean girls, are like locking her in the room.
They lock her in the school.
Yeah.
And for me, honestly, I feel
it was more like American, right?
Yes, I will again say this because I said that last time also. The way the girls are being mean and the way their dialogues and their attitude, everything, I found it so Americanized because every American show we watch.
Then isn't it funny? Like they came from America, like United States, but they are like kind of again getting bullied by a kind of American style.
That is my thing. Is it really, guys? Have any of you experienced this kind of bullying in school? Because for me, this is a little too Americanized Western. Hollywood stereotypical, mean girls portrayal. Yeah. For me, it's not very Pakistani. Of course, kids here can be very bad also.
Yes, true. But like, still, you are right actually. But this much being a bully,
for doing nothing. She just overhears these mean girls a little, and she's just at a wrong place at the wrong time.
She was still like, she was just hiding actually. Yeah, she was just
hiding from them, because they would pick on her, and then they do pick on her.
They did, because she did, like, she made a sound, right? She was there. She made
she made it
slight. She did ouch or something.
Yeah. So poor girl Anya, she gets tricked by them also, and then she gets locked by these two girls, and they leave the school, and everyone leaves the school. The van driver comes.
One girl wasn't that bad actually. One girl said to another, like, she was saying, should we like keep her there? Like, should we? Are we sure? Like, and stuff.
And there was an interesting line where the girl said something. I don't know if I wrote it, because
the guards will let her out. Yeah. She said the other girl.
Yes, something like that. I don't know, but it was a slightly funny line to me. But anyways, one thing I would say here is, so the Anya's van driver comes and asks the guards that, is there like, I don't know, Shabana or something girl, and the guard is like, I know the names of every girl.
Every girl, but no, there is no girl.
Yes, like, no, but the van driver took wrong name. He didn't say Anya. But I was then thinking, how come the guard knows every girl's name? Is it that tiny school? Looks like a big school. It must be hundreds of students there. So how does he know the name of every girl? I do know, like, when I was in A-levels in my school, we had a very good relationship with guard uncles. In Pakistan, you make a good relation. They are like your uncles. Like you.
I felt like just they did maybe like he did like go away kind of. I know every girl, so go away.
Maybe. But I just felt like, how can he know? He's like, I know every girl who goes to this school. There is no girl with this name. So Anya is stuck in the school. Poor Anya. She doesn't even have a cell phone, which again, I mean, yes.
She has, but it was in the house.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like,
why didn't she take it?
I mean, okay, in high school it's allowed, but in middle, she's in like.
Really, it's not allowed.
I think not in her grade maybe, or again, if its rules have changed, I don't know. But in her school, not allowed, I guess.
Okay.
Then what do we see is that, so this is going on, there is this situation. What happens with the adults on the other hand is that Mahnoor makes biryani. Her packaged biryani, which Dadi didn't like, but she is okay. She says okay to Mahnoor for that, which Pana doesn't like. Anyway, so Pana is not allowed to enter the kitchen in a way, because the house help girl, she says that Mahnoor Bibi said, don't let Pana do anything. If she does, she will take all the credit. So there is this very like passive aggressive kind of war going on between the two daughter-in-laws. Then she says, okay, then I will go to my friend. You guys have a nice dinner. So she makes, or lunch, she makes biryani. And in the house, there is no one except for Dada Dadi for biryani. Jahangir, Mahnoor, Dada Dadi.
Like boys, girls, like are outside.
And Suleiman, Pana intentionally left. Suleiman probably also wasn't coming from office. So there was like that. So she makes cheese balls and kebab and biryani. It's like a lot of like food. And what happens is that they have so much food. And then Dada Jan gets vomiting.
And diarrhea.
Yes. Again, another uncle with the diarrhea. So he does a little bit of overeating. It's because it's a lot of fried food, like Chinese I'm saying, cheese balls. So he ends up in the hospital. So all the adults, Jahangir, Suleiman, the two brothers, the two daughter-in-laws, Mahnoor and Pana, they're all at the hospital with Dada Dadi, because Dada is not. By the way, at that moment when Jahangir comes into the room, he's like, oh, what's wrong with Dada? Like, what's wrong with Abbu? Sorry. She tries to downplay. She's like, oh, no, it's nothing. Oh, no, it happens.
आपने चीज ये क्यों खिलाया अप्पू को?
बेटा कभी कभार तो खा लेते हैं, ये चश्मा पकड़।
नहीं, एक साथ इतनी सारी चीजें नहीं खाते हैं। चलें अब्बू, कोई नहीं।
Then Suleiman comes. How did you allow him to eat all these things? She's like, oh no, sometimes he eats. Like, she was trying to downplay so that they will not think it was because of Mahnoor's food.
I know,
right?
That's true. I also felt that. It was like...
Yeah, so what do you think about this Dadi's constant, like, trying to appease her American son and daughter-in-law?
Yeah, actually you are right. Like she's only like picking her right now, like as a favorite. So she's only like giving so much importance, or what can I say, more like
favoritism, yeah,
or like, yeah,
this is so bad because it makes the other person feel bad. Her son is already sensitive, we know Suleiman is sensitive to these things, and then Pana also feels like she is not.
But we actually talked about this before.
Yes, but
so
it's constantly
I feel like it is taking for granted. We said this.
Yes,
I was actually thinking this because the other what was the other mother, the girl, like the woman, not Jihangir, other one, Pana.
Yeah.
So that is actually she's doing everything in the house, all the chores, chores she's doing. So I feel like they are taking her for granted.
Dadi especially.
Yeah, Dadi especially. Yeah. But like, I mean, we understood when they came first from abroad. Like, of course, obvious they didn't see them for a long time, I guess. So there was that much of like, you know, like giving much importance and like favoritism for them. But still, it continues. It is.
My thing is, in the beginning, I was also saying when you have people just came from abroad, there is a certain kind of importance always
but it
in
should
Pakistani
maybe
households.
Go away a little bit after
yes,
time.
Exactly. You are right. Now they've been there for a while. Everyone should be contributing equally to the house.
But still, they are like.
Yeah. So that is not nice. Dadi's behavior, even though, but what I like about it, it's very subtly portrayed. It's not like very blatant, like, you know, in Kabhi Main Kabhi Tum, his mother, Fahad Mustafa's, like Bushra Ansari's character, she was so bad with Hania Amir. She was so like,
here it is not like that,
very openly, like, but here it's more subtle, and it's nice to see this kind of subtleness. So moving back to the kids, so this is adults are busy with Dada Jan, they are stuck at the hospital, and then with the kids, now we know that Anya is
in the house.
Locked.
I mean the house, I'm saying.
In the school.
In the school. I should do this.
Yes. In the school, and Wali is at the center. He has an exam. So he tries to cheat from Maya, and Maya lets him cheat.
It was like this, didn't you also feel like the scene was like this? For example, don't look, but then like
she was
look,
letting him
but then don't look, but like don't
she
look.
allowed him, and we don't know why she allowed him. She didn't like justify her actions. Just when she goes back home, she is talking to herself in the mirror, and she's like, wah Maya, you will do that, fool, like, you will get expelled if someone saw you, and all these things. But why did she let Wali cheat from her in the first place? We don't know. And Amal also notices this. So Amal says to Wali, like, are you crazy? This is my place, and you are here because of me, and you are trying to do these things. Like, she says, meri izzat ka mamla. Izzat means my respect. And he says that तुम इतनी कम इज्जत लेकर क्यों घूमते हो कि बात बात पर खत्म हो जाए. He is saying that why do you guys think your izzat is this tiny, that very small things can, like izzat meaning respect, it can get ruined. So I found that dialogue a little nice. Why I'm saying, because in Pakistani dramas you must have noticed by now this word izzat, meaning respect, is used so much. It is used so much. This is my izzat. My daughter will otherwise my izzat. My son did it. My izzat.
Sometimes parents they just think themselves like
emotional blackmailing is used with this.
They are not thinking their sons or like daughters, they are thinking of themselves.
And in even worst cases, like God forbid, I mean in dramas when they show like harassment or rape, then they use this, we will not tell anyone because our izzat will be compromised, you know. So this thing of izzat, so I like this dialogue. I mean here it's used in a minor way, just like for cheating, but I'm just saying this is used a lot. So what happens because of this whole thing is that when Wali comes home, he is very angry, right? He's throwing things. I don't know. Why is he in so much anger? He comes home very angry, and then his mother calls him because Pana learns from her house help that she says that madam, I left the house, or Baji, I left the house, and Anya hadn't come home then. So then Mahnoor calls Wali and asks Wali
then Wali says like she's sleeping.
he lies.
Yeah, he is basically lying.
Because he's in anger, so he doesn't want to go check on Anya, so he just lies. And then what we see is basically Wali goes and checks up, and then he realizes that his sister is nowhere to be found in the house.
Yeah.
So he's saying Anya. So Sameer and Amal come out, and then what happens?
They go to the school, of course, but they cannot enter because of the guard.
Again, the night guard
uncle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he wasn't allowing them to like enter the
They're
school.
saying, by the way, there did you notice like Wali and Sameer in their bike, they go around looking for Anya everywhere. They can't find, so they come back to the school. And here Sameer is like, I have very strong feeling Anya is inside.
She's inside. Yeah, he was saying that. I don't know why he was saying that. Actually,
but his strong feeling
honestly.
was
but
accurate.
I didn't feel that actually, honestly. It came from very randomly. Okay, she's in the school, I know. Like, how do you know?
There had to be a solid reason than just this.
I do not buy.
Yeah. Maybe they saw her, I don't know, her school bag. I don't know, like some clue must have been there.
Yes, but there was no any such thing.
No such thing. That's what I'm saying. Maybe they called the van driver. He's like, I never picked her up. Maybe then you could, okay, she must be in the school, you know.
That was so random.
So just Sameer, their whole reason was like Sameer had very strong
still
instinct.
he helped, of course, Wali. So it is like, he helped.
Yeah, so basically they then go behind, like they climb over the school back gate or wall, and Wali finds his sister. She is poor girl. She's been there trapped almost all day. It's getting evening time. Then Sameer gets the guard to open the door, and the guard realizes he made a mistake by not listening to the boys, and Sameer is like shouting.
He doesn't say much anything, like his
yes,
uncle.
Sameer is shouting, but that
then
shouting.
The father comes and like, what is this बदतमीजी behavior?
देखो वो देखो अब है इसका जवाब आपके पास कोई आपको तो मैं बताऊंगा आपके खिलाफ मैंने एफआईआर भी कटवाई है तो मेरा नाम बदल देना आप बस सही समीर क्या बदतमीजी है ये
He's like, Sameer! Poor Sameer is getting scolded for no reason. He actually was helping a lot.
Yeah.
So they take Anya, and then the whole issue gets exaggerated because all the adults find out what has happened. So then Mahnoor's reaction is, okay, let's go back to America. Pakistan is not safe for our kids. What did you think about her reaction? I know you kind of agreed with that, right?
I mean, yes.
Why? Why at them?
Because I was like on the mother's side a little bit.
Why?
Yeah, I felt like that. The other guy, the father, Jihangir, uncle, wasn't very nice to his wife.
That's definitely true. He
he forced them to be in Pakistan. I'm not saying anything against Pakistan. I'm not saying Pakistan is safe or not safe. I'm not saying. But I went to Pakistan one time, but it was nice. I can say it's a good country.
You were not locked by anyone in school. That didn't happen.
I'm not saying because of that, like safe or not safe. That is not my reason. My reason is just like she is also kind of a little bit right. I know she's a little paranoid about that also. Like she was saying, for example, that Sameer should have a psychiatric test or something.
That to me was definitely an overreaction.
That thing was an overreaction. Of course it was like that. But like still my thing is right now she also has some kind of right like in this thing. I feel like
yes, I agree with you where you said that Jahangir is not treating her right. Definitely we know by now. We still, by the way, there is a mystery of what happened, why they came back to Pakistan. But definitely Jahangir forced them to come. They didn't want to come. Mahnoor definitely didn't. Wali definitely didn't. And he's always belittling her. Even when she says, okay, I'm going back to America with my kids, you come, or if you don't want to, don't come. Jahangir is saying, I will not come back with you, guys go. And he's like, oh, what will you do? You don't have, what money will you use? Will you buy tickets? She's like, oh, I will become a receptionist, I will become a waitress, things like this. So he's belittling her. He's using his maybe money that he is the sole provider as a
because of that
way to control them.
I sympathized with more
Mahnoor.
like the mother, I can say.
Even though I honestly, you know me, I mean, you know my opinion about Mahnoor. I am not liking her much because she's very rude to almost everyone in the house.
Honestly, I don't have any problem with her character right now.
I don't like how she treats Panha. I don't like how she talked to Sameer. So my problems are that.
Yes, true. But for example, I didn't feel while watching, for example, when I was saying I will again like quote this like in Karzajan, I will say in Bisma or like
being quiet and taking everything.
Yes, like that thing kind of Nashwa. No, like I don't right now feel irritated about her right now, the character.
Okay, that's you are getting that why like that
Yes.
affect characters having. But for me, I am not liking her character much. But here I do agree, Jahangir is not nice to her. That's definitely true. He is very rude, very degrading to his wife, which is so bad. So okay, so this whole thing happens, and we learned that Wali is very happy. Hey, I'm going back to America. Amal is like, oh, you must be happy. He's like, yes. And Amal actually takes good care of Anya when they get back. So there's a whole family meeting, and Dadaji says, why are you taking this decision? It's so rash. Will you get separate from each other, Jahangir and Manur? She says, yes, this is my decision. We are going. Jahangir can come, but Jahangir is saying, I will not go. So, but they are not interfering much. They are just poor. They are just like, okay, then that's that. But what we see in the last scene is that Anya goes to her dad because she is bothered that she is like, it's my fault, we are going back.
I mean, she's right about feeling like that, actually, like
feeling guilty.
No, because she's already feeling that they came
because
back
of her.
like not they came back actually, but they came to Pakistan for a reason, that something happened to her there. So now also because of her, like her that think this,
but it wasn't her fault.
It wasn't her fault. Maybe that wasn't also her fault. The other
we don't know
old
that
incident.
So, but here I will put a point is, why are they keeping it so? It's like episode 6 we watch and we still have the mystery. Here they uncovered a little. Jahangir says, oh, you should understand me. Do you know how I felt when I had to take you to the hospital? So something very bigger than this happened, that Jahangir just made a spontaneous decision, sold his business because he says, I sacrificed everything just for your guys' safety and we came back to Pakistan. But what happened, they still won't tell us. So I'm like, please tell us now. I feel like this is not a thriller show where you keep a mystery. You should just, it's not like Ash ke Junoon, just let us know. This is like a normal like
we thought actually it was gonna be revealed when everyone was talking, all the family
in the family meeting.
In the family meeting. I felt like someone is gonna say something.
But we still don't know. So anyway,
but I am on the Wali's and Mahnur's side.
You want them to go back to Pakistan, but you do, America, but you do know it's not gonna happen.
The drama will finish. Okay. And the credits.
So I mean, if there's a solid reason for them going back, of course, but we will see. So this was all for this household. Let's talk a little about Maya's household. Poor Maya has now been forced to say yes to the marriage proposal that her dad and especially Puppo, not Puppo, actually her dad forced on her. They want a doctor Bahu, a daughter-in-law.
What is Bahu?
Bahu means daughter-in-law. So yeah, but one thing which was kind of funny is that so when she has to come to in front of these rishte wale auntie, uncle and the guy, like,
she was limping, pretending to be
injured her foot.
अरे भाई साहब आप तो जब तक कबाब ट्राई करें आप लीजिए.
So her plan, we didn't understand at first, but then we understood. Her plan was to look like, people who have disabilities, who are like, what's the Urdu word for this? Langrate hain, limping in English. Langrate. So cute. It's cute. So her plan was to kind of like throw them, like, because her father, no, this is a new injury, he was trying to say to the guests. But they still accepted that we will marry, like we like Maya just because they want a daughter-in-law. So she
was in a dilemma actually. She wasn't thinking to quit, but the other sister was saying that her sister was saying then you can fail the test. Yes.
So what happens is that her father says that her plan failed. Basically, Maya's plan fails to throw off the guests. Her limping doesn't throw them off. They still want this rishta. So Maya's mother and sister both convince her to accept this proposal because because
there's
they
5
say
years.
there's a 5 years waiting period. Lots of things can happen. This way, your dad will even allow you to study.
Yeah, it's not good, but like, it's not like.
But yes, this is our thing. Why is her mother not giving
Okay,
support
again, I
to
will
her?
say the same thing. In
Say
every
same.
almost Pakistani shows, why every father is trying to get their daughter marry very quick. I know we
Yeah.
talked about this, like they should not maybe reach some specific age before like 25 or 30
Yeah.
or whatever. But I don't understand one thing. When you need to ask your daughter about this,
Yeah.
the daughters are like kind of I feel like it's like a trade. Just you are
Yeah.
making a trade with someone.
transaction.
A transaction or
Yeah.
something like. It's
Which
it's a product.
There is one because he says, her mother says, Maya's mother, your dad is very happy with this proposal because
Yeah.
they said we don't want any jahez. You know, jahez.
Yes, also she was.
And he's shown to be so conjuice and miserly, so he's very happy
as
with
I
it.
understood, he was gonna just like, some people just say to their like relatives or something to see which right now
Yes.
son-in-law we have right now,
Yeah.
kind of like.
because they live in Dubai or something.
Yeah.
But it was so annoying to me. First of all, the mother also telling her to go with this plan. Why isn't the mother supporting? And also her
Yeah.
father is coming. He's like, okay, Maya beta, I want to know your decision. But it
wasn't her decision.
Yes, it
at
wasn't
all.
her decision. This is
Yeah.
such blackmailing. But I actually wanted her to try to say no and see what the father would have said.
Yeah.
But okay, everyone, that's our that's our cat. She gets very vocal at this time of the day. Plu plu. So as I was saying, she also doesn't like Maya's father. So she's saying her disapproval of him as well. So as I was saying that I would have liked for Maya to say no to her dad just to see his reaction, because my thing is I am thinking he would have said, okay, no, then you will not study anymore. Oh, she's coming.
Look,
You can show her a little bit. Say hello to the world. Assalamu alaikum. Hello to our YouTube family. So cute. Okay. Bye bye, Plu Plu.
bye bye. We will invite you for our maybe next like as a guest appearance.
So as I was saying, I would have liked Maya to say no to see his reaction, but anyways she says yes to her dad. Her dad is very happy. He quickly pays the fees of her center without her having to ask. Let her come. If she comes, makes an appearance, as long as she's not trying to harm any things. So yeah, that was I think all for Parwarish. Now we will move on to our favorite show.
We talked about everything about Parwarish, right?
Yes, I think we covered everything. Manur's decision is to go to America. That is now. Then Jahangir and Anya have a very long talk where Jahangir says how beta have sacrificed everything for you and you should understand when you were in that position, which is a question mark, mystery.
Yeah.
What happened. So that is there, and Wali is excited to go back. So that's that in that household. And in Maya's household, she has been basically forced to accept the Rishta proposal because it gives her a way to complete her degree without her dad. Like her dad is allowing her only if she says yes, which is said to her by her mother, but not directly by her father's. Like her father directly didn't say that, but we are assuming this is what he would have said. Again, our criticism is, why are we always pushing this theme? I mean, okay, this is a reality of maybe many households in Pakistan, but I just want more fight from the daughter and even the wife. There's always that, okay, let's give in. So why? Because the mother was actually, I thought, a little stronger. You know, when she took the breakfast away from her husband. So I thought, okay, she's not that scared of her husband. But, So you tell us, what do you think of this? So, yeah, okay. As I was saying, let's move on to Dayan.
Sad face. Dayan. Okay, I will not do every time sad face. Let's move on to Dayan. Dayan it is.
We should put the 2x song. So guys, we are watching this drama. It's a secret. We are watching it 1.5x speed because really you have to watch it. Otherwise it's too slow. But the song, the OST in 1.5x is so much more fun. Whenever it starts coming, it comes a lot during the show. We are like... Yeah. So you should also, we recommend you to listen to the OST. Not you can watch the drama at whatever speed, but do listen to the OST at 1.5 speed and you will really enjoy it. I think it becomes like
I
a
feel
disco
like
vibe.
watch the drama also in 1.5x. So
Maybe
yeah.
someone is really enjoying it. They can enjoy whatever speed they want to watch, normal
Yes,
speed.
but like just I mean you can enjoy it 1.5x also, I guess. You can enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, depends if it's
Some scenes are very like the slow motion
long,
are so
dragging. Yeah.
like I was thinking 1.5x was kind of 0.5x for me even.
No,
I
that's-
can say.
But no, I
In some
agree.
scenes.
Yes, true. In
Not
some
every
scenes, true.
scene.
So okay, so in this episode, Zawar Shah confronts Amir.
Yeah.
He finds Amir, and then he takes with his big gun. He's like, Amir, why? He confronts him basically. He threatens him with the gun and everything. He says, "Why did you do this?" Amir blames, your Fawzia asked me
Yeah.
to take the food. He says, also the other thing. Also, your wife asked you.
He
to
was
go.
like, yeah.
Yes, he was trying to put every blame on his wife, on Fawzia.
Mashallah.
And Zawar Shah says, okay, you will ask for forgiveness from Nihal, otherwise I will not allow you back in the house, basically. So we see that now Zawar Shah has become a protector of Nihal. He says, Nihal, I am sorry for all these people, how they are treating you, my family members, and I just want you to know that I will protect you, I will give you my protection. So he
Because you are my wife,
yes,
she always says.
because you are my wife.
Yeah.
You have
That is
all
the
the
key.
right.
That is the
yes,
key.
Yes,
verse.
he said did like a 10 times in this
Yeah.
in these two episodes, 17 and 18.
तुम बीवी हो मेरी, बीवी हो तुम मेरी, बस इतना याद रखो तुम मेरी बीवी हो.
So he brings her. Also, he says, "Do not mind what Shabab is saying. You know, Shabab's jealousy is."
It's actually funny to watch. I will just say one thing. Like, why am I saying every time? I will just say one thing. Actually, it's more than one thing sometimes. But it's funny to see like how, like for example, Zawar Shah is saying to the girl who was named, what was the name of
Nihal,
yeah, Nihal. So like he's saying, you are my wife, of course you can do this, or I will give like this to you, like etc etc. He's like saying I will protect you and stuff. And whenever like the other Shabab sees this Nihal, this girl, then this time she's saying you don't have any right to do this.
Yeah.
You don't have like you are not you don't have like belong to this house. Like so many things, like just one, like she's going literally like a ball. She's going one place, then from that wall to another place. Then like it's just everyone is saying something else to her. It's very, isn't it? Like,
yeah. True, I agree. Shabab's behavior is very all over the place.
Whenever she sees Shabab, she's saying like you should know.
Shabab sees Nihal.
Didn't I say like that?
Whenever she sees Shabab, you say.
Whenever Shabab sees Nihal, so every time whenever she sees, like she's saying like kind of, I don't know, humiliating her every time.
Yeah, but I think actually one thing I liked about Dayan, and yes, I'm not being sarcastic this time, I liked about the show is this time actually Zawar Shah and Shabab have this conversation. Zawar Shah said, this is what you wanted, why are you being jealous of Nihal, why are you being so insecure? And Shabab is saying, because I feel like I cannot stop myself, I see things are changing. And she admits that yes, she is just she said she had this dream before.
तुम्हारी सोच क्यों तब्दील हो गई है शबाब? इस तरह से क्यों सोच रही हो? इससे पहले तो उस लड़की की खातिर तुम लड़ा करती थी मुझसे, अब क्या हुआ तुम्हें? शबाब तुम मुझसे जल रही हो, हो गया, तुम ऐसा क्यों सोच रही हो?
मैं डर गई हूँ ज़वार शाह।
किस बात से?
अपने उस बुरे ख्वाब से जो लग रहा है कि पूरा हो रहा है।
क्या हो गया शबाब?
where she saw that she lost the Varsha getting far from her. So she says, I have that fear, I'm having those fears. So I felt that conversation to be more transparent, and mostly in our dramas we do not address these things. They are so obvious and no one even communicates it to each other. Like no one asks, like, why are you acting this strangely? But at least they address. That's a good thing. Dayan, the makers of Dayan in this thing, the director Sirajul Haq and the writers Fatima Faizan and Amber Azhar. These are the two writers of the show. Anyway, so Amir is brought back to the house, and it's a very funny scene where Zavarsha is standing in the lounge and he is telling his sister, Fazia, you need to say sorry. Anyone who says anything to Nahal will have to like face me, and Fazia and Amir, you both need to ask for Nihal's forgiveness. And Amir is doing something funny in the background. I don't know what he's doing. He is a fun character to watch, even though he's like a very sleaze bag, but he's funny to watch. Anyways, Nihal is feeling a little low, of course, because Shabab, the way Shabab is treating her. But Nihal shouldn't be too sad because she has a hype girl and a cheer girl. Who is?
Noor.
Noori.
Why did I say Noor?
Because I'm Noor.
Noori.
Noori. Noori's like, woo, 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 woo. Go Nihal, go Nihal. Truly, guys, I really think Noori is living her dreams through Nihal. She is like, okay, I am a maid in this house, and Nihal is kind of like a maid in this house. I couldn't get to the position, but now Nihal has this position. So why not let my dreams come true through Nihal? So Noori is living her life.
Yeah, it can be.
I really think so.
Yeah.
So anyway, so then they're having dinner, the whole family, and then Zavarsha calls Nihal. Nihal comes, and then he makes Fazia and Amir ask for Nihal's forgiveness. Fazia is like, you can see she is burning with anger, and she says, okay, forgive me. But Amir's apology, do you remember how he apologizes to Nihal?
He was saying you are my kind of budget.
मुझे माफ कर दो निहाल, आइंदा ऐसा नहीं होगा। मैं आज से तुम बहन हो। और मैं भाई हूँ।
After this, like, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Baji
like
means like right?
Behan, sister.
Okay, but
Behan.
Baji is also
Baji is Appa, like big sister.
Okay, but
She
we
can't
say
be his
sometimes
big
in
sister.
Turkey also we say Baji kind of like
Okay.
we have a like
Yeah. So it's so funny.
like a big sister. It
Yeah,
can be,
it's
like,
so funny. I was like, okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's like,
Yeah.
Nihal, from today you are my sister and I am your brother. It was his apology was very funny. So yeah, anyways, one also nice thing where Zavarsha, before the apology, he says to Fazia, you are always doing this tasbih, all your prayers, your ibadat, your tasbih.
Yeah, that was a good point,
such
actually.
a hypocrisy if you are trying to kill an innocent
he
girl.
said actually this good thing in Pakistani shows. I see so many people with tasbihs and they are doing so many bad things also.
Yeah.
So this is actually one guy said this. I mean, I wasn't expecting from Dayan to say this, this thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I was gonna say this reminded me because you said finally in Dayan someone said it. I was actually expecting this in Karze Jaan. Dadi was such a hypocrite.
Yes, you can expect actually this from other shows,
Bisma or Nashwa, something.
You will not expect this from Dayan, right?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So there are some positives in this show. See, you admit it finally.
Yes, I admit it. There are some.
He doesn't want to admit, but
no, but there are some positive parts, of course. But like it's.
Yeah. So.
But yeah.
Like I agree.
I feel like you are just saying to me like you are not even listening to me.
I am listening. You said,
guys, she's not listening.
I am listening. I just in my flow of let's move on to the next thing.
Yes,
sorry.
Let's just...
Sorry if I made you feel like I'm hurrying you. You take your time. Let's do our review for 2 hours today.
Achha.
Are you done? So we can move on.
No, we can't move on right now. We are stuck in this.
This is when you two people who are married do a review. This is what happens.
Okay, I'm joking.
I'm also joking.
Okay, then nice.
Are we friends?
Yes.
Okay. So Yeah, so like you said, Zavarsha points this out to Fawzia. Fawzia says, also Fawzia bursts there in anger. She says, I cannot tolerate this girl. Because of her, my brother died. She is not an innocent girl. He says that, can't you see she has suffered enough? How you guys are treating her, it's enough, and all this. You have to say sorry, otherwise leave my house. And
Yeah.
she's shocked. How dare, it's like she's the older sister.
But the solution is not killing her also. By the
Yeah.
way, what is her fault in this thing?
They
Her father killed.
No, but her father, they tried to, the mother in the beginning episode something, they tried to say, oh, she kind of seduced or kind of like tricked
I mean,
Hunan.
I don't know. Okay,
Yeah.
there can be some other
They did try to
reasons,
say
but-
this thing. Okay. That's it. We then move on to the next episode. Next episode, there wasn't much. We see Shabab getting herself very pretty. She goes to a boutique to buy, I think Zavarsha's favorite color is green. So she's buying some green
Yeah.
sari or something. And then she's making food. And now Amir has convinced Fawzia for a new plan. Do you know what that new plan is?
The new plan. Yeah, they were
Regarding-
talking about, right? I don't right now.
You are not paying attention.
I am thinking right now.
I'm joking. Okay, so their new plan is, he says, Amir says to Fawzia, why are you like being so...
Wait. Okay, watch and learn kind
Yes.
of.
आलिया पता है क्या आग लगी हुई है हमें सिर्फ उसे भड़काना है शबाब कभी भी नहीं चाहेगी हमें सिर्फ शबाब को उकसाना है
He says
Already
that,
there is a fire.
yes.
Actually, not fire, but smoke.
No, true, you fired. They
No,
do
there's
use that.
Yeah, but like there is already something, smoke or fire, whatever. It's like we don't need to ignite, or just we need to ignite.
We need to just ignite it.
Ignite it, right,
Yes.
sir?
He says that you will see that Shabab will finish Nihal from here, and it will. We just need to provoke Shabab.
Yeah.
So Fawzi even tries to do that. She goes and she fills Shabab's ears with, like, you know, oh, like, you see Zavarsha, Nihal will take your place, and she has come to Hunan's room. Next she will come to your room. You just wait and watch. But I like this thing about Shabab, even though she is being insecure, and we understand, in front of Fawzia she's like, you don't know me, everything
Yeah.
is under my control,
my
I'm not
control,
that
she was
easy to become a
bearing,
fool.
yeah.
I have like tolerated you guys all these years, so I know, you know. So I like that thing about Shabab. So yeah, just one thing we notice again and again, every time Zavarsha is going to Nihal, do you want anything? Remember, you are my wife. If there is anything, come to me. If you want anything, come to me. I will fulfill all your wifely rights. So just 10, 100 times he
तुम बीवी हो मेरी बीवी हो तुम मेरी बस इतना याद रखो तुम मेरी बीवी हो
has said that you are my wife, you are my wife, you are my wife, so that the audience knows that actually Zavarsha is only doing this because she's his wife. But I don't know, he's, I think,
Also, every time he's saying you are my wife to Nihal, and every time also whenever almost like they talk with Shabab also, the Zavarsha is saying no one can take your place.
yes,
kind
to
of.
Shabab he's
So there are
true.
like two very famous like sentences in
Yeah.
this drama. One
By
is
Zavarsha.
no one can take like your place,
Shabab.
Shabab, and like the other one is you are my wife.
I will
Nihal.
protect you.
Yeah.
So that is to me like very funny. But one thing I will say, we definitely know, I think Zavarsha is developing a soft corner, even though to Fawzia and everyone he said, you know, I'm a very just person, and I cannot tolerate a woman being mistreated, any woman, and this woman is my wife. I cannot tolerate
Yeah, but
them being
first of all,
treated
I
with
will-
zulm.
I will go again like to the earlier episodes, but then why did you bring her to this house? Like I'm asking to Shabab.
Yeah,
Why did
maybe
you bring,
you mean
like-
like in a different house they could have kept her.
Yeah, I don't know, but
gotten married
no,
in
like
the first place.
she this was all her idea.
Yeah.
First of all,
Yeah.
so now she's like, I don't know if she's regretting, but she's also thinking like, we just actually kind of rented your tummy for the baby.
Your womb, yeah.
Tummy I said, but like womb,
Yeah.
yes. So just that is your mission.
Yeah.
And nothing else you can like just you
Yeah,
will just sit
that
there
was-
and like what whoever I mean
It's human beings, it's complicated. Nothing can
Yeah,
just be
it's-
this like
it is not a robot
Yeah.
or AI. Like
Yeah.
even AI, I don't think can like be
Okay, that's a different debate about AI. Where did AI come in that?
We watched so much Cassandra on Netflix.
That's a shout out to a show on Netflix. It's a fun
Cassandra.
watch. So yeah, so that was all for Dayan. Things in the last episode was a little slow, but I think they will again pick up the speed from the next episode. We see some things are going to happen. So yeah, we see complications with human feelings. Shabab jealous of Nehal. Nehal getting also, I think, she's also falling in love with Hunain with Zavarsha, which to me she just was crazy in love with Hunain. Now she is also like soft corner for Zavarsha. To me, that's a little icky. And Zavarsha always saying to Shabab, you are my wife, you are my everything, you rada. But to Nehal, you are my wife and I will fulfill all your rights. And the brothers and sisters, brother-in-laws and sisters are plotting. So that's all for Dayan.
Yeah.
Now we will move on to our last drama for tonight, which is
Raaja Rani.
Ki Prem Kahani. No, that's not the name, just Raaja Rani.
Raaja Rani.
Raaja Rani, episode
Raaja
number
Rani.
2.
Is it Raaja Rani or Raja Rani?
Raaja Rani.
Raaja Rani.
Raja.
2 A's.
Yes.
So
I mean,
it's a
it's
little-
with 2, but Raja.
Raja.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need to extend it a lot. Okay, so Raaja Rani, Faysal Qureshi on Hum, and the girl's name is something, Hina Afridi. Wait,
we
I
will
will
write.
check. You can talk meanwhile while I'm checking.
Okay then. Then this show is this was our second episode.
Hina Afridi, yes. Okay. Hina Afridi.
This was our second episode.
This was our second episode,
Okay.
yes.
So I will just say I kind of
Sorry.
I'm liking this actually show. I can say it's not a like you guys can give it a try. I can say really because this show has like this trauma is a little bit I don't know I feel like it's a unique thing I didn't see in Pakistani dramas much in this for example for we said 1 year I am watching
2024
proper like Pakistani shows so this kind of a story I didn't come across much so for me at least it's a unique I can say. Of course, maybe there can be so many shows, kind of similar incidents,
sure
etc.
there are, yeah.
I mean, even we know sometimes even parody shows, like for example, there's accident and they don't see, then their eyes are opening in the shows, like there are so soap opera kind of. So those kind of shows, but like this show, I feel like it's not bad. But I can't say also it is the best. Like kind of, it's not like a Karzejan
early.
or like a Mimsa Muhabbat at that place. I can't say. But still, I am like enjoying this show. I'm not getting, sometimes when I watch, for example, guys, I will not say you watch this show in 1.5x. So this show should be watched in 1x.
Normal speed.
Normal speed, of course, 1x. So then the other thing is like, I mean, he's like actually doing the actor. What was the name?
Faysal Qureshi.
Faysal
who's
Qureshi.
playing Zavia.
Okay, I will say about it's not that easy actually to play like a child.
At 50 years of
also
age.
acting like that. Yeah, like in front of the camera, everyone is like like looking at you, and of course it's like drama, but still you need to like papa, like something like I don't know. It's like feels like it's very hard.
Yeah,
It's not an
definitely.
easy. Something
Faysal
to do.
Qureshi, I will tell you, is very working in this industry for a long time. So since I was small, I've been seeing him on television. He's a very good actor.
I watched his first show, I guess it was Kai.
Kai.
It was like this.
With his fake beard.
Yeah.
Which I didn't like. But how different he was in that. Such a tough, cruel man. And here he is like. So I will definitely say Faysal Qureshi's acting, now it's more digestible to me. It was in the second episode. In the first episode, it was a little hard to digest because, I don't know, I couldn't really see him as like playing this like, underdeveloped or a big, like a older man with a small boy's brain. That's what he he has some kind of trauma, so which has made him like this. So in the first episode I found it a little over the top, like it was too as if he's putting in too much effort, and when you are putting in too much effort, it's being seen. Effortless acting is better. Second episode I liked it more. It was more digestible. I kind of felt more sympathy and even cuteness for him.
Honestly, I didn't feel much in the first episode. Still,
I felt in some places. In second, I felt when he
No, I was because thinking always I should be very hard to act like that.
Yeah.
So in that thing on my mind,
Yeah.
I wasn't very like judging him.
No, but I'm not judging him. It's just how I felt watching him perform. In the second episode, when he was, so what happens in the second episode? Let's just dive right into it. In the second episode, he is at home. He goes to his Chachi's room. There he is making something with a crayon on her television. She comes, she's very angry. Why are you in my room? You are pagal. She calls him pagal. You know the meaning of pagal.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm not pagal. Like she gets a little like,
offensive.
Offended by that.
Offended.
He's agitated also. So he just sees a lighter. He lights the lighter and just throws it onto the bed. And then what we see is that the bed catches fire. By the way, we have to say very fake effect of fire. I didn't like that.
Me too.
Yeah, the effect was so bad. But anyway, so then he basically runs from the house while Javed Sheikh, his dad, is in the office. So he sees it on the camera. There are some smokes coming out. So then he drives home and he even sees, saw in the camera Zavia running.
Yes.
So here I would like to ask you, what did you think about that scene? I felt like there wasn't much chaos for him to just slip out of unawares, because he called that older auntie his caretaker auntie. She came, then what happened to her? Where did she go? And I felt like there was no much urgency. She was still standing in the room screaming, what are you doing? Get out. Her room is in the fire. Run out of the room.
I guess they don't know how to extinguish fire. I will say in the show, I guess they don't know.
Yeah.
So the second thing is actually it was just the starting and they were still talking while the fire was going on.
You should run and close the fire and shout, come, help.
Yes.
But she's just like talking to him like get out of the room.
Because in the while they are shooting, I guess this scene, there was no fire. Of course, that emotion couldn't be like in the moment.
But I feel like that's not a justification, because we see like
I'm not saying justification, of course.
But yeah, the urgency didn't come, because we see literally, in Hollywood with CGI, they're acting with like balls and green screens. And
I mean, of course, they will not burn the whole house down. But we are talking about more realistically. They just maybe can burn a slow, at least maybe small portion of some kind of some material you can burn still, and you can just extinguish it.
Yeah, the magic of filmmaking, editing, and all that.
And nothing will happen.
Maybe they could have done a different room in a different house just for this purpose, or not even in a house. Make up a
some
set. Exactly.
Stage.
So they could have done that, because I feel like in such a high production, this looks like this is by BJ Production and MD Productions. Such a big house, everything. It should be like you should take it another level. These fake effects don't look nice. I mean, they should, or at least you can use such good effects that you very.
By the way, very interesting. When we went to flashback for that incident, the accident, those effects were better than this fire.
Yeah, some.
No, not every effect, but I will just say one effect. I like the mobile phone literally disintegrated all the circuits.
You really like.
Like how did I mean, you get so much effort to this tiny phone is getting. Instead of that, you could just make the fire effect better.
Yes, but I think that was easy to do, because I'm sure on AI it can be very realistic, that one.
Fire also can maybe, or you can just burn something very small and you can extinguish it very easily.
So anyway, what we see is then he runs away. Like I was saying, I didn't feel there was much chaos for him to disappear from, and there was such a lack of a sense of urgency. Your house is on fire. Okay, not house, your room, bed or whatever is on fire. You should be running out.
Also, in Pakistan, isn't there any fire sensors in the above?
That was also my other question.
There
this
should be
house,
sprinklers.
not in old constructed houses, because there isn't. But this house seems very modern. Remember, this is the Ash Ke Junoon house.
It
had you just reminded me. This house has literally the thumb locks, like your motion, what is it called? Your biometric locks. So this house definitely should have these showers.
Yeah.
And you are right about that part. So maybe they have cameras everywhere. It's such advanced technology.
Technology.
Why don't they have this?
Also, like, you are giving so much importance for your son.
Yeah.
So you could have just put some sprinklers.
Yeah, you know,
maybe
your
just
son
in case
is
fire.
vulnerable, in a vulnerable mental state. So, okay, so we talked about fake fires, Alam Chachi and all these things. Then, as I said, Zavia runs out, and we predicted this. Okay, now Zavia will meet the heroine of the show, which is the girl, Rani, and he meets the heroine. So he gets lost. His father comes. His father is very upset. His father again has a flashback where he sees that Zavia was having some MRI test in a car. So definitely we now know it was a car accident, but still there is a mystery as to what happened.
By the way,
to
I
his
felt
wife.
like MRI scene was also nice.
Yeah, the MRI scene was nice.
Like, you did MRI scene nice.
Yeah.
You did the accident scene kind of nice. You couldn't do the fire
maybe was
scene.
too out of their budget.
But fire in the home, you can
Because
do
you know,
just...
for fire you need you need permission, because it's like a big stunt. It's like a stunt, right? It will come in the category of stunt, and you need, if God forbid something gets out of control, you need the experts there. You need some fire
some fire experts can
I
be
think
there.
too much resources. I don't know, lack of permission. I think these things, but it's not still a justification. They should still have.
By the way, we are
done it well.
talking about Hum TV. Sorry, but doesn't Hum TV have this budget?
Yeah, the production is big productions. BJ and
It's not
Mehdi.
green TV entertainment. I don't want to, like, I don't know, but compare like Hum TV.
Because Hum TV is
Hum
established
TV
for a long
ARY,
time.
these are biggest, as I know, right?
big
Hum
ones.
TV ARY
And
is
Geo.
and Geo maybe. But for example, Green Entertainment,
It's newer.
New.
Yeah. So we see this. Here I would also like to see maybe the lack of urgency when the dad is coming in the car. I feel like the driver's expression should have been like, I'm driving.
They were like sitting like this.
Yes. Very calm. I felt like there was such a lack. Again, I was only Javed Sheikh's. The father's expressions were okay. He was worried. But also, I feel like maybe the music could have added another element. You know, you add fast or serious music or whatever soundtrack could have been better. Then finally, the guy, we learned another thing, another triggering factor of Zaviar's personality. When he hears the sound of a horn, he gets triggered. The flashbacks start coming from the accident that he's had.
So, one thing comes to my mind here. There was a news about, it can be like fake news, but we need to do some research about this, of course. There was a guy kind of like, it's like, it just comes to my mind. It's like, isn't it like this, do you think? For example, when he like remembers those trauma, heard that trauma child effect and everything can also go away, do you think? Maybe because he remembers some things that I was grown up, man. So why am I behaving like this or something? Like, there can be some effect of also like trauma caused this. But you know, sometimes they say, for example, when you hit something, like, for example, something happened, when you hit again, it can
get better.
So I was gonna say there was a guy who has Alzheimer, but he forgets he has Alzheimer, so he remembers everything.
This is a news Adam told me. We don't know if it's real or fake.
It can be fake, but no. Just my thing is, do you think in the
I will say as a science student who has studied a little bit of neuroscience, there still so much is unknown about the neurological diseases, especially diseases like Alzheimer's. Still it exists and it's very hard to treat. There is no cure and the treatment is hard. So, and there are a history of weird incidents happening where people lose their memory, get their memory back, or this or that something happens. So there is some exposure therapy where you get exposed to the triggering events in your life, and it basically heals you also because your brain shuts those things down. So you need to bring those back to the forefront of your brain. So maybe, but I am no neurologist or a psychologist, psychiatrist. They can tell us if some of our viewers maybe can be. So please tell us, enlighten us. So yeah, there's a possibility, but like I was saying, brain is such an enigma, so we don't know exactly
Yeah.
for many of these cases. But one thing for me, and I wanted to actually research this before we did this review, but because of lack of time or something, it slipped my mind. I was gonna actually ask. I researched this like at this age, if you have a car accident and you have some physical injury to your brain, or even if it's like a emotional trauma, we don't know which one he had. Definitely he's
Yeah.
had an accident, so it
Yeah.
looks like it will be something physical because he went through the MRI and everything. So if you get a physical injury to your brain, can it really make you go back to being an 8-year-old child if you are he seems to be like 40-50-year-old man?
Yeah.
Is it really possible? I don't know. Yes, memory loss, definitely there is. Even it can be some personality changes have known to occur. Definitely you can, obviously there are physical consequences like going blind or deaf or something, definitely. But being like a young immature, like a boy like that, is it possible?
But I would
I
just
don't know.
give as an example that the man who mistook his wife for a hat. So that was a very strange case,
Yeah.
but still it happened. So I was
Yeah.
thinking maybe this might be also possible in real life.
Yeah, guys, what Adam is talking about is an Oliver Sacks case called a man who mistook his wife for a hat, where he suffers from visual agnosia. So his
Yeah.
brain sees things, but it doesn't. They don't. His brain is malfunctioning. It's not identifying things. So when he sees, it's actually his wife's head, but he sees a hat there.
Yeah.
So he can see, but he cannot identify. So
Yeah.
this is very, like I said, brain can do very weird things to you. So
Okay.
basically, he meets with the girl Rani, and after getting a little triggered from the horn, he runs. There's a weird auntie who says, "Just stay here, I will
Yeah.
come." I don't know what that
I
was all
don't
about. She should just say, "Shoo shoo, go away" or something. She's like, "Don't move, stay there.
Yeah.
I will come back." Why? Why are you saying that? It was a little weird to me. Then he runs, and finally he goes to a shop where he asks, he's thirsty, he asks for water, but he doesn't have money, so the shopkeeper makes him run away. So he sees Rani washing a car, and he tries to drink that water. At
She,
first,
mashallah, wasted all the water also.
yes,
Mashallah.
when she was talking to him, she's just wasting water. Why?
Yeah.
I am very much against this. Please, guys, do not promote this kind of thing, or not even promote. Don't let this happen. Close the tap. Show you are closing the tap.
Yeah.
No, really, I'm not being like environmental, like whatever, which we all should be, but I'm just saying it's so bad. Why are you
True.
wasting water? And we know Karachi has water shortage issues, by the way. You haven't been to Karachi, but there's literal like shortage issues of water. So we then at first Rani thinks he's like a guy pretending to act
Yeah.
like a child.
But she
Understands,
yeah.
okay, no, genuinely
Yeah.
he is like, he has some impairment. Then she takes her to her garage or to her mechanical like shop, and there with her ustad, basically they say, okay, we will take them to the police. Then they say, okay, I will take him to my house. She basically says that why we are being why do we think, we don't think at all before doing a bad thing, but why are we thinking too much before doing something good? So I thought that was a nice sentence. So yeah, that was all. And now we will see. Yes, I forgot about this. So Ustad then basically sees on the press Junaid, and he makes an evil plan with his parents, with his father. They say that this is a good opportunity to permanently make Razavia disappear from their lives. So he runs a press announcement that Zavia Hamdani or something is missing, blah blah blah. So then the Ustad, Rani's boss, calls him and he says, oh, she's with and he sends her the address. So he has evil plans about this whole thing. We forgot to mention that. So yes, I think we covered everything. Just one thing I would like, some of the metaphors used in this show were too weird to me. Like, are these even real? Did the author, the writer just make it up? Because what's the deal with this? Please, can you explain these to us? I will say one is in Urdu where the father, when he's angry with Chachi, he says, I know I forego a lot of things you guys do to my son or here.
खून के रिश्ते नाखून की तरह होते हैं, उनकी तराश खराश की जाती है, खुद से अलग नहीं किया जाता.
खून के रिश्ते नाखून की तरह होते हैं, उनकी तराश की जाती है, उनको जड़ से उखाड़ नहीं सकते. Like blood relations are like nails. You can trim them, but you cannot take them out of their, like, you know, from the root or whatever. I did not understand this dialogue.
I don't know.
And another thing Xavier says, which is in English, he says, behind every great fortune, there is a crime.
Dad, behind every great fortune, there is a crime.
Yeah.
Wow, what a line. This Batman said also. I'm joking. I don't think he ever said that. So I didn't understand. Behind every great fortune, there is a crime. I had heard behind every, like, you know, it sounded like behind every successful man, there is a woman.
He meant, I guess, like, you, in order to be a successful man or something, you need to commit some crimes.
But it seemed very weirdly placed. And he was talking about how they should take advantage of this opportunity and make Xavier, like, permanently despair. Anyways, funny lines to me. I did not understand the dialogues. And the writer is Sana Zafar. So, but the dialogues are, director and dialogues, it says, is Amin Iqbal. So maybe Amin Iqbal G wrote these dialogues, but okay. So that's all for today with our reviews. Now we will move on to
Word of today.
Today's word is gussa, which is used by Nihal in Dayan when she says, I think मैं तो सिर्फ गुस्सा खाने के लिए ही पैदा की गई हूँ कि I've brought onto this planet only to, you know, tolerate other people's anger towards me. Poor Nihal, don't worry, you will get your revenge. Okay, so what's the translation of the word gussa in Turkish?
Gussa or hussa?
Gussa.
गुस्सा.
Yeah, it's ghain,
Okay.
gussa.
Gussa.
There is no ghain in Turkish, so it's a little hard.
Yeah.
But you are saying it nicely, so good job.
Thank you. So it is in Turkish, it is öfke. We say sinir, but mostly I guess it is öfke. Öfke is anger. Öfke is with the dots on top of that, and FKA.
Yeah. Öfke. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Okay. Öfke. So guys, don't do gussa. Just have a cold glass of water. Don't. My mom used to say, like, just have a cold glass of water if you're like gussa is haram and those things. But yeah, gussa does make you do bad things. So let's not be angry at each other. Let's be happy and let's subscribe and like our video, please, please, please.
Yes. Please.
Okay. See you. Khudafiz.
Hafiz.
Thanks for watching. Like,
Share.
subscribe.
This is so girly.
No, it isn't.